I am live. So, I've never been live on YouTube. I've been live on Instagram and Facebook, but I felt called to go live today. So, I have a message that I want to share. Um, so, I was up at like 4 a.m. this morning, and I was just thinking, like, have you ever thought of? I got some notes that I jotted down at 4 a.m., so I'm gonna be glancing at my phone, but have you ever thought of how you probably didn't ask for permission to get into nursing, to start your nursing career, but you feel like you need permission to leave, even though you're burned out, even though you're stressed, even though you're exhausted, and the profession is clearly draining you, right? So I'm like, what makes nurses like, why is that? And the first reason why is because we're literally trained to see nursing as a respectable career. You know, you get into nursing because you want to help people. Um, some people get into nursing because it's good pay. There are several reasons, right? Um, but when it's time to now help yourself, when it's time to help yourself, like overcome the burnout, overcome the stress, when it's time to really give yourself permission to want something else, then it's just like you feel stuck. You don't know what to do next. You're at a standstill. And I'm just like, this was me too as a nurse. And if you new here, by the way, my name is Mel. I'm a former registered nurse who been through the burnout, been through all the things, and I felt stuck for years. And I've was able to overcome that fear and walk away from nursing. So now I hope other nurses do the same who are once where I was. So I know what it's like to feel stuck. I know what it's like to feel like you don't have options. I know what it's like to feel like you worked so hard to get into nursing and now you want to leave. So it feels like your degrees, your energy, your time, your effort, it feels like all of that is wasted. But it's not because you learned so many things in your journey of becoming a nurse and even in your journey as a nurse. So when you think about how so many nurses secretly want to leave nursing, but they feel scared, they feel stuck, they feel like they need permission, they feel like they need like reassurance that it'll be okay. It's all because we were conditioned. We were conditioned to think that we have to stay in something. We have to stay in a career long term because we put energy, time, effort into it. But not if it's at the expense of your health, your mental health, your physical health. You just don't have to do it. So that's why I speak about this. That's why I'm so passionate about this because I want as many nurses as possible who feel stuck, who want to leave nursing. I want them to know that there's a way out and there's life on the other side. There's life outside of choosing to do something outside of nursing. So we're trained to like help other people. We're trained to just always be there for the patients, the team members, the people. Like nurses are responsible for so much. They're responsible. You're not just a nurse, you're a therapist, you're a teacher, you're, you know, a friend. You're so many different roles within nursing. And you become so used to being that reliable person, being that person who people can lean on, being that person that people can look up to and all that. But when it comes to you being that person for yourself, when it comes time for you to really sit down and get honest with yourself, you don't know how to be that person for you. And it's not your fault because we've been trained to go in and out of burnout cycles. We've been trained to put ourselves on the back burner. We've been trained to put everybody else and their mom first. But we haven't been trained how to really put ourselves first. We haven't been trained how to make sure we're being poured into. We haven't been trained to put our mental and physical health first. But you know what they say, the analogy about when you get on a plane, like you have to put your own oxygen mask on first before you go to help other people and put their oxygen mask on. Because if you don't, then you're the one that's going to be going, right? So It's the same concept. You have to learn to pour into yourself. You have to learn to put yourself first. You have to learn the very thing that you're teaching your patients. You're teaching your patients about how to be healthy, right? And the ironic thing is that you're not taking that advice because you're constantly getting burned out. You're constantly mentally exhausted, physically exhausted, and you just given so much. So this is just a message to help you see that it's okay to want something else. It's okay to learn how to give yourself permission to do something outside of nursing. Um, and even though like it's okay to not even not get permission from other people, but to really go within and to decide that listen, like this is what I want. This is the type of life I want. This is the direction that I want to go in, and for that to be enough, for that to be okay. So let me check my notes to see what else I got. Um, so yeah, I just want to reiterate that it's definitely okay to do for others. Like I know we were trained to help others and all that. So it's okay to help others, but not if it's at the expense of your own health, not if it's at the expense of your mental health, your physical health, not if it's at the expense of your peace of mind. Like those things are so priceless, but people don't acknowledge those things. So um yeah, so you we literally weren't taught to learn how to trust ourselves. We weren't taught to learn how to do what's best for us. So that is why I'm here. I am here since I was able to go through that process. I was able to transition out of nursing. I was able to learn to trust myself with that decision, to feel confident, to stand 10 toes down in that decision. I feel called to help other nurses do the same because I know how scary it can feel. I know how stuck you can feel. I know how lonely it can get. But on the other side of that, like when you overcome the fear, when you do it anyway, it's such a beautiful journey. And I really want you to like embed that in your mind because you need to know that there's life outside of nursing. There's many other things you can do. Like there's so much more that's possible outside of that role if you are a nurse who feels called to leave nursing. Um, what else do I have for you? Oh, hi. Um, what else? What else? What else? So another reason why you feel like you need permission to leave nursing, but you are afraid or you feel stuck is because there are these silent rules that we signed up for as nurses that we don't even realize we signed up for. And these are the things that are it's like invisible handcuffs that are keeping you to the role. Even though you feel deep down you don't want to be there anymore. Um, and so many nurses don't know about these silent rules, but these things are embedded in within our subconscious mind. So it causes you to automatically keep choosing the very role that is exhausting you, that's stressing you out, that's burning you out. So you have to learn to overcome that. You have to learn to be aware of what the rules are for one, so that you can get out of them. Because the first step to transformation, first steps for healing is definitely awareness. So that is something that's very important. Um, what else do I have in my notes? So yeah, that's basically it. I just wanted to get on because I felt called to. Like I've been feeling this pull to just go live on YouTube. Like I really want to create a community of nurses who just support each other, who are on similar journeys, who are giving themselves permission to do the hard thing, to leave nursing, to start their new chapters with confidence. And I just know the importance of community in going through like transitions and stuff within a community, and it makes everything so much better. So that's why I'm speaking out on this. So if you're a nurse, you feel stuck, you feel afraid, but you know deep down that you want to leave nursing, you my people. I'm here to help you. And it's possible to overcome all this. Like, I'm a living testimony of that. And I would love to just support you through this journey. But yeah, so many nurses, they feel like they need permission to leave, and that keeps them stuck for years, for decades. So you don't have to be that nurse. Not on my watch. You don't have to be that nurse. And it's literally New Year's Eve. So, like, it's an amazing, perfect time to just start your new chapter, like to just walk into 2026 feeling, just giving yourself permission to try the new thing. It doesn't have to be hard. Like, the new things, the unknown things, we automatically think of them as hard or difficult, but it don't got to be hard. It really doesn't, especially if you find like a community or a group of people or a mentor or somebody that can help guide you through that process, who's been where you currently are. It makes things so much less lonely, so much less confusing, and just so much better, because we're literally here to interact with people. Like, we're not supposed to just be alone and heal alone and do everything alone. So you don't have to be alone. You don't have to go through this journey alone, and you don't have to stay stuck. Not on my watch. So that is all I have for you in this live. If you joined, thank you for joining. I'm going to repost this on my um, page if you missed it. But if you are looking for deeper support, I have a couple different resources for you um, that you can check out. They're in my, when you go to my profile and you click on like the description, they're in there. So if you're a nurse who feels stuck, you don't know what to do next, but you know you need out of nursing, I created an AI tool. It's called the Nurse to New Chapter AI Bestie. And she helps you get clear on your next step and what you can do outside of nursing. But it helps you get clear on what actually aligns with who you are under the burnout. It's not just some generic list of what can nurses do after they leave nursing. And I also, if you want like some deep support, some emotional support, some support with the phases that you go through when you leave nursing and you transition into something new, I have a program which is called the Confidence to Quit Nursing Signature Program. And it helps you through these phases. It helps you identify these silent rules that are keeping you handcuffed to this role, even though it's burning you out. And it helps you to really confidently step into your new chapter, to confidently own your decision to leave nursing, and to do it with guidance, with support, with community. So those are the resources I got for you. And this is cool. Oh, is that me? I thought other people were like doing a thumbs up. Oh, oh, that's perfect for New Year. Wow, I really thought. Okay, cool. All right, so I'm gonna be going live sometimes. I'm gonna be going live. I like this. I like this. If you have any questions, if you have any concerns, if you want to share your journey, drop it down in the comments. I want y'all to know that, like, I want you to know that you're not alone. So I want you to feel like you have the guidance and the support to go through this journey, because it can get lonely, but it doesn't have to be. So drop it in the comments. I would love to chat with you, hear your story. And the more the more that we comment, the more we talk about this, the more we raise awareness about these feelings that nurses feel that they don't say out loud, the more that other nurses feel less alone. I didn't have that when I was going through my journey. So I really, really, really want to create that environment, that safety for you. So that is all I have. Happy, 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 happy New Year. And I'll see you next time.